Hi, welcome to SWYE360. Today we're going to show you all of the great features that you can find in the SWYE360 learning platform that help you, the teacher, manage your classroom and provide the best instruction that you can. We start here once you log in on the dashboard. You have quick access to all of your main menu items for your lessons and your assignments, assessments, and building questions. You also have quick access with a quick view of your virtual classes that are coming up. You can see all of your assignments. You can see your assessments, your student status, and any recordings of previous virtual classes that you have. On the Assignments tab, you can see Attention Needed. These will tell you students who have not submitted the assignment by the due date. Same thing on the Assessments page. And on your Students tab, you can see the last time they were logged in, and you can see if they're online now or offline. If I continue to scroll down, I can see my class lists. My classes in SWYE360 are also considered groupings. So it may be the whole class, or it may be just a small group that I'm working with. I can quickly view student details, and I could quickly see the scheduled class and start to join that call. Creating a lesson in SWYE360 couldn't be any easier. I start by clicking Create Lesson. In the Lesson Builder, I can import a lesson such as a PDF or another document that I have already with lesson material. I can import something from Google Classroom, or I could create one here on the screen. I enter my lesson title, state, subject, and grade, a topic, my objective, my lesson material. I can attach a file. I can even search for and embed a YouTube video. Now the lesson material, this is all for you, the teacher. So let's take a look at what I've already created. Here is a poetry lesson. You can see when I preview, state, subject, grade, the objective, lesson material, here's a poem that I've uploaded, and a video. Again, these are all teacher tools that I would use. When I click back and I go back to my lesson, you can also see that I've already created 2 assignments and an assessment or a test. It's very easy to create additional assignments or assessments just by clicking one of these buttons. So to create a new assignment, I click Create Assignment. I enter the title, the purpose, the objective, any assignment material. Again, I can attach a file or a video, and that will all go to the students. To create an assessment, again, I click Create Assessment, enter the title and a description, state, subject, and grade. And when I submit that, then I can add questions from the Question Builder. So let's take a look at the Question Builder. Question Builder gives me a multiple choice, matching columns or drop down, or I also have drag and drop questions, fill in the blank, equation builder, and freeform text questions. I can do bar graph questions or hot text and guided questions. So you can see SWYE360 offers you a multitude of different question types that you can add to your assessments and to your assignments. If I go to my questions list, you can see that I have questions already built with subject, grade. I can view those questions. I can add them to an assignment or to a lesson. I can edit that question, or I could copy it. So again, when I go back to my lessons, it's that simple to create a full-fledged lesson in SWYE360. Another great feature in SWYE360 is our virtual classroom. Here I can go to Classes. I can see all of my classes, and remember, in SWYE360, classes doesn't necessarily mean your whole class. It could be just a small grouping. I can view the students that are in that class. I can join or start a call. I can delete that class grouping, edit them, or I could send just that group a message. So let's see how easy it is to create a virtual session. I start by choosing my date and time. Then I check the box for the class that I want to assign it to and schedule the virtual session. The expected maximum duration is just a guideline from 30 minutes to 2 hours. So we'll keep this at 30 minutes. I click schedule and immediately you see that the session is scheduled. Click OK. And now next to that class, there is the date and time. To start the call, all I do is click Start Join Call. Now students will get a notification on their devices that say that they've been invited to a session at that date and time. Once we go into the platform, I can join by microphone or listen only. And this is the SWYE360 virtual classroom. As you can see, I have a whiteboard, I have a public chat, and a list of my users. Now, as students would join my class, I would begin to see the students list over here. I would also see my video up here at the top if I turn my camera on. So let me turn my camera on, start sharing. And as you can see, my video is here. To show you more of the tools, let me turn my camera back off. One of the great features in SWYE360 is that you can record all of your virtual sessions. It's as easy as clicking Start Recording. It wants to know if you want to record, and it also tells you that you could pause it later. So click Yes. And if I wanted to pause it, I would just click that button to pause the recording. Now, in the virtual platform, we have our whiteboard. The whiteboard has tools such as the pencil. It's got your circle or your ellipses, triangles, rectangles, lines, and also text. Depending on the tool that you choose, you can choose font size, font type, you can choose the color, you can undo, you can trash or clear all the annotations, or you can turn on multi-user. So when you have a whole class, you can turn on multi-user, and then each person's icon will show their name so that you can see who is typing or who is writing or drawing in what part of the screen. In the platform, you also have the opportunity to upload presentations. You can poll your students. When you poll your students, they only see the question and the final result when you publish it. They don't see individual polls. Or you can share an external video right here in the screen by clicking and adding a URL. The shared video goes out to all the students and it plays right here in the SWYE360 platform. The chat feature is a great feature to get students to ask questions. If you're worried about students chatting privately in the background, you can go to Manage Users, Lock Viewers, and here you could turn off cameras, you could turn off microphones, you could turn off public chat messages, you could turn off private chat messages, you can turn off editing shared notes, or seeing who all is in the list. So we give you, the teacher, all the tools necessary to keep your students safe and focused. Another great feature that you will see is that we have status notifications. So while you're teaching with your students, you can ask them how they're doing. They could raise their questions. They could tell you if they're undecided, confused, sad, happy. They can applaud other students or other work, give you a thumbs up or a thumbs down. It's a great way to show formative assessment. Once you're done with your virtual session and the video processes, you can come back to your dashboard, go to recordings, and you'll see your video right here. You can play back, you can save it to your Google Drive, you can see who attended. If I right click and copy that link address, I can then go to my classes and I could send that message or send that video to my students. So if I click send message and I say, please watch this video, I can then insert the link and I can send that message to my students. So if I wanted to do a synchronous lesson in my class, I could do that with those students who are able to attend. And for those students who need to watch it later, I could send them the message. Or if I wanted to do an asynchronous lesson with my class, I could video myself while I'm doing the lesson, just like I did this video, and then I could send the video to all of my students. I could embed this link in an assignment. I can embed that link in an assessment, and then the students can watch it and they could respond as needed. Now that we've completed our lessons, assignments, assessments, we've done a virtual class, now let's talk about how SWYE360 helps us to manage student performance. Once again, from the dashboard, I can click on Students. I see my list of students, and if I want to see their progress, all I have to do is click on View. And we can see here that Ms. Carla Garcia, here are all of her assignments and assessments, and we can see that she's not really completed a lot of her work, and the work that she has completed is very poor. These red bars also indicate poor performance. In SWYE360, I have a Parent Connect option. So on this student, I click Parent Connect, and it takes me to a parent connection piece where I can send that parent a message, or I could schedule a virtual session. So I could say, I would like to speak to you about your daughter's performance. I could even attach a file if I need to. Send that message, and now the parent will receive that message. I can schedule a virtual session with that parent. I expect that parent conference to last 30 minutes. I schedule that session, and now the parent has been notified that they have a virtual call with me at 9:30 on the 23rd. It's just one more way that SWYE360 helps to keep teachers in the loop, helps to keep parents in the loop, and we try not to let students slip through the cracks. So, as you've seen, SWYE360 covers it all. Creating lessons, assignments, assessments, our multiple question builder, managing classes, students, Parent Connect, and don't forget that virtual classroom session. SWYE360 has it all. So why don't you join us with SWYE360 and let's see what you can do.